So phase one is done. They've gone through the intensive and they're now ready to treat patients. And hands down, this is the most stressful time for a clinic owner, where you effectively have to give up control of your clinic's reputation and put it in the hands of a new grad therapist. But we've got every confidence in the head physio process. Shane and Ollie have done a great job in getting Hannah and Alex through that intensive, but no matter how good your onboarding system, you're always a little bit tentative when they see that first patient, and you almost have one eye on the diary or clinical like we use, and almost seeing, did the patient book back in. So that's what's going to happen now. We have to put the control in the hands of the therapist, trust the process, and not hope for the best, but keep our fingers crossed that they can execute under pressure.
Yeah, so typically we're given the go-ahead by the head physio, so Ollie or Shane. We'll just confirm all the timings and things, and we'll open it up for all types of patients. On Hannah's first day, she had 3 appointments booked in, and they were all IAs. So it was quite a busy day for her first day.
Lovely, lovely, and then have a look down to the floor. Lovely stuff, and head back up. And you're gonna look over one shoulder. And look up the other shoulder again. Lovely. So then you're going to bring your ear to your shoulder. Lovely. And ear to your shoulder. Any issues with that?
Looking to the right. Yeah.
That one?
Yeah.
Oh, that was left on the other side.
Yeah.
Any issues there?
Not in the neck, but lower back.
Lower back?
I was quite nervous because it was a neck patient, and I've not had one of them before, and it's not a particular joint that I'm most confident in. But we went through the whole initial assessment, and once we were doing it, I was actually quite confident, and it went a lot better than I thought, and it wasn't as nerve-wracking in the end.
So as part of the head physio systems, we have our pre-assessment form and also our notes template set up in a way that really helps the therapist to critically think. So one of the nice things about our customer journey is the pre-assessment form is going to help the therapist have some kind of idea of what to expect when the patient comes through the door. So the new patients that get booked in, ideally they'll have filled in their pre-assessments forms, so the therapist can kind of get their heads ready. They know what kind of body part the issue is, and that allows them then to go in, use the GoToClinic hub as well, and refresh any of their anatomy. So they're not necessarily going in blind into the first patient or two, assuming that they've filled the pre-assessment form in.
Fingers from the corner and up to the ceiling for me. Lovely. Anything there?
Shoulder cocked.
Yeah, look right. Thumbs out for me. Lovely. Anything there? No, can you switch on off? Things the left out. Elbows tucked in. Good. Lovely. Just nice and strong. And try push up for me. Lovely. So don't go all the way, just start building the pressure nice and slowly, and I'll resist you, and basically just don't let me push you down. So meet my resistance. Lovely stuff. Nice and strong, and you're going to go in that direction as well. Keep everything nice and strong. Build that pressure. Lovely stuff. And relax, and we're going to go down. Push now. Push, 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 push. Lovely.
I was just a little bit nervous, to be honest, so there was like not really anything going on. I was just, before they came in, I had like a plan of kind of what to say, so I was just kind of going through that in my head and make sure I didn't miss anything.
You're just going to do it lovely. You really sorry? Any discomfort when we're going there now? A light bit of flexion, and what you're going to do, you're going to, same as the one we did with your shoulder, you're going to press against my hand. So press. So you're going to kind of go in towards your armpit area. Lovely, nice and strong. Cool. And then same on this side.
So obviously I didn't know what the plan was going to be, but he was really good at kind of knowing where he wanted to be, so then that made it quite smoothly. So then it was like confident as I was doing it.
Lovely. Lovely. I'll do that one as well. Lovely stuff. And lovely. Lovely stuff. I'm going to start on this side, I'm going to start on the left side. So That's the amount of pressure. I want to then stretch it, and then I'm going to put you into a chin tuck. Lovely. And I want to repeat that several times.
Once the therapist has done their objective assessment, then they'll take the patient to the whiteboard, and then they'll explain what we call the 4 ProSport questions, which is what's the problem, why did it happen, what's the plan, and realistically how many sessions it's going to take. Now, because of the head physio process, the therapists have already got plenty of reps of this in. So they're not just watching something behind a screen and now they have to try do it in real life. They've got 4 to 5 to 6, sometimes more reps of actually doing these, drawing out the timelines, explaining to a patient how many sessions it's going to take. So it's not the first time that the therapists have done it in the session. Now, obviously, every single patient is slightly different. So what we can do is create a system, structure, and a framework so that the therapist can fit the patient's presentation within that structure and framework. But at the same time, we still need the therapist to be able to critically think, problem solve, and actually execute. And that's where it's always a little bit nervy with that first session to see, will this patient actually rebook again?
This is the back of your head. This is obviously the front. You've got 2 kind of main muscles that we've looked at today. You've got your suboccipitals, which are all the way back here, and they kind of connect up into your head and come back down. And then you've got one that attaches up here and comes all the way down here, called your SEM. So that one, in a normal kind of scenario, they should kind of be working together kind of 50-50. So that should be working 50% of all the movements and that others. Obviously, the numbers are just made up. You've got other muscles working in there, but for argument's sake, we'll just talk about them too today. So that's what it should be like in a normal situation. Right now, looking at the tests that we've just done, so the ones where I like resisted you, you're a little bit weak in these ones here. So them ones, like when I pushed your head all the way down, ideally I shouldn't have been able to do that. So they're a little bit weak, and you are a little bit, you get...
So I was a bit nervous about is there going to be any like awkward points? Am I going to like stutter? And then it didn't. So it was like, it surprised me how smooth it actually went.
20% of the way. So then because of that, and it's just getting a bit lazy, this one's having to like overcompensate, and now that's working 80% of the way, and that's why you're getting that pain when you're looking up. So yeah, so that one's overworking, and it's not, and it's taking too much of the load. It's been taking it for a while, because this one's just kind of, it's not necessarily weak, it's just not doing its job. So now this one's kicking off at you, and that's why you're getting that pain. Okay. So obviously we've come up with your goals here. When we get to kind of midway and we start getting to the point where you can play paddle pain-free, these might have balanced out, and it might be, I'm only going to draw the neck at the point. This might be, it might have gone up to about 45, but then this one is still doing that little extra. So if you then went away and kept doing your normal daily life and not carrying on with your exercise and stuff like that, we might just dwindle our way back down to here.
But yeah, I was doing like hands-on to his SEM, which when I'd kind of tested it before was really, really weak, and it came back strong like pretty much straight away. And he even said like he noticed the difference immediately, so then that was good as well that he could see it as well.
Lovely, and back up. And down, choose to do 2. And down, back up in. And 2, 2, and down. I'm just going to press a little bit and back up. And then I'll do it on this side as well. A little bit and back up. And last one. And down. Through the laxative, we'll just do it to that. So this is your first exercise. I'm not going to give you kind of a prescription of when to do it. It's just when you're starting to feel a little bit of discomfort in your neck, or you know, you might be a bit stressed, you might be sat at your desk at home, this is the ideal time to do it. Who knows? And then you're going to huff your air out of your mouth, and as you do, you're going to relax everything down. So you're going to relax everything down. And just try to relax everything down. And then you're going to come back up and repeat again. And you're just going to do it 5 times. You're going to give yourself double chin, so chin tuck, but do you see how you lifted your head off the wall to do it? I want you to keep your head against the wall and just tuck that chin, and you'll feel nice soft down there. One minute, and go. And just keep your head against the wall, don't come off it. And go like that. And you're just going to hold it for 2 seconds and come back up. Lovely.
So yeah, one of the greatest feelings is not only seeing that the patient is rebooked again, but especially in Hannah's case with her very first patient, that they booked a package of care. Now, a package of care, it does quite a few things that maybe people don't appreciate. The first thing with a package of care is that for us, it signifies that the patient has fully committed to the plan, and that's a reflection of Hannah doing a great job of mapping out the full plan, and that shows that the patient has certainty and trust in the therapist, trust in the clinic, but also trust in themselves to execute the plan. So that's really, really important. And then the other big thing for us as well with the package is that it really helps the admin team as well, because now that the patient is committed, they've got the finances out of the way. It means now that they're much less likely to cancel. We can get their appointments booked in advance. And then most importantly of all then is all attention is now 100% focused on this patient getting the end result that they came to us for help with in the first place. So when I got that notification from the team that Hannah had sold the package with her very first patient, it's a really, really good feeling, because I know that that patient had confidence in Hannah. She had certainty in the plan and certainty in the process that we're going to take them through in order to get the results. So as I said, there's very few feelings better than that as a clinic owner when a therapist sees a patient for the first time.
So that admin email thread is something we implemented to kind of celebrate those wins with the therapists. I think it instills a lot of confidence in them if they are regularly selling packages, and it also makes them aware of other therapists' wins as well. So before the thread, you weren't really aware of what other therapists were doing, especially with our satellite clinics. So it really just makes the whole team aware of how well people are doing, and yeah, just gives them a lot of confidence.
It was like quite a big confidence boost, like knowing that I'd explained everything correctly and that he understood and he could see where we were going. So it was nice that that had actually come across and that he bought that package.
What do you think would have happened without
It would have been an absolute nightmare. I wouldn't know what to do. Even just from kind of calling someone in and then sitting them down. If we didn't have the kind of onboarding to tell you how initial assessment would go, I won't really have a clue, to be honest.
Absolutely outstanding that Hannah got the patient to buy into the package. The job now of the head physio for the next phase, which is phase 2, is to help Hannah now keep that patient progressing all the way to the final session, even when the pain eases.